Hello everyone, welcome to this presentation. This presentation will be about how to open your site in Genomio and further work with Moodle. So as you see, I have only opened the browser, and in the browser you can type Genomio and you'll get something like this: genomio.com, discover Moodle with our free hosting. It's www.genomio.com. Just click on it. After this, you need to create your site. So here in the URL, you have to type your URL which you'll use. Preferably your name and surname can be your URL. Then you have to give a valid email address, and then you have to select the language. English is fine, it's selected by default. Then you have to click on this box, that is, I have read and agree with the terms and conditions. I have already opened my account here, so you can type your URL here, your email address here, click on this box, and then click on create site. Once you create site, then you'll be directed to another window and you have to wait for a while. So have patience and wait for a few minutes. Now what you can do is, after a few minutes, you can select your URL. Whatever you had typed here, you can select your URL and then paste it on another tab. So what I'll do is, I'll open another tab and I'll paste my URL. That's my URL. So your URL will also be something like this. Whatever you had created, it will be there with .genomio.com. Once you click on it, you'll be directed to this new page. Now, the most important thing is, once you have sent Genomio your request of creating the page, they will accept and send you another email where they will send you all the login details. You have to wait again for a few minutes. Today we have learned that 5 to 10 minutes usually Genomio support takes to send you that email where they send you your username and your password. Let's hope till now you have already received your email from Genomio support with your login information, that is username and password. Now, as you open your page using your URL, which I have already opened, you have to log in. Please click on this login. It's on the right hand upper corner of your page. Click on login. Once you click on login, you have to enter your username and your password. Remember, this username and your password is given by Genomio support, and it is an email sent to you by Genomio, and you have to enter that only. Usually they send admin. Your username is admin default. By default they send you that, and they also send you a password. So you have to enter your admin and then whatever password has been sent to you. However, I had changed my username, so I will type in that. I will log in. See, I have opened this page. So you will also be directed to a page like this. Now from here, I will divide this presentation into 3 parts. Firstly, we would learn how to update your profile, that is, change your basics, change your username, you can change your password, recommended obviously, and further there can be many changes you can make. The second part of this video will be how you can create a course for your students, and the third part of the video will be how you will enroll your users. Okay, so let's go to the first part, that is how you'll update your profile. To update your profile, please go to the upper right hand corner of your page and you can see a down arrow here. Click on the arrow and you can see profile. Please click on the tab here, profile. Once you open this, Please scroll down and you can see edit profile. Please click on edit profile. Here is where I changed my username. Initially it was admin. Then I changed it to my initials, and then you can change your own username. You can set a new password. You will simply have to click here and you can change your password. Please do not click here because it will force password change. Don't do that. Don't click here. Just click here and create a new password. And further, please fill all this up. The first name, the surname, email address. Continue with city, your country, and a little bit description. Here I have just added some description. You can add anything. Shifting from physical classroom to online classroom. That's what I have added. Now, as you scroll down, there's another drop box. See, you can add a picture. That can be your picture. That can be any picture which you want to put up in your profile. Currently, I am using this picture of me teaching. So, giving a presentation somewhere. So, yeah, you can actually attach a picture here. After doing all this, it's very basic. Please update your profile. Click on update. So basically you have made all the necessary changes in your profile. Okay, you have changed your username, you have changed your password. Remember, password should be of 8 characters. It's already written there in instructions. There should be 1 digit, 1 lowercase, 1 uppercase, alphanumeric character, etc. etc. Obviously it's your fair sense of judgment to which we leave. Further, this job is done. Okay, the first part, remember I told you, was how to change or update your profile. Now further, I would like to tell you that you have to register with Moodle.net. After you update your profile, or even before that, you'll get a pop-up message on your homepage where they'll ask you to register with Moodle.net. Please do it. It's a very simple process. It takes only a few seconds, or let's say maximum a minute, and that you can register very successfully to Moodle.net. Let's take our presentation to the next half, that is how we'll add a course. For that, we need to go to site administration. Remember, for mostly every new thing that we add here, we have to go to site administration. It comes on the left hand side, right here. I hope you can see it. Just click on it. After clicking on it, it's very easy. The site administration will open. This is how the site administration will look like. You'll have so many options here: users, courses, grades, plugins, etc. Now please go to courses and click on it. After clicking on the courses, you'll get the first option to be manage courses and categories. Please click on manage courses and categories. After clicking on it, it will look like this. You can create a new category. Remember, category is usually the semester or the class you're teaching. So you have to create your category. Initially, we had already created the categories, 2 categories. But here I'll show you how to create a new category. Click on create new category. You can add a new category. Now firstly, you'll be asked to choose a parent category. Here you can choose top, you can choose miscellaneous. If you want to create a subcategory, you can choose either of these also. But right now we can choose any of these, top or miscellaneous. I can use top. Category name, let's say MBA second semester. In the description you can write anything. Mostly if you're designing a formal course, you can also give the syllabus of the course you want to teach in under this particular category. Right now I would just say semester second of MBA. That's it. Scroll down and click on create category. Let's see whether our new category has been created. Yes. See, it's the 3rd category which has been created. MBA second sem, which I created just now. Now let's see how you can create your course. Here in create new course, just click on this and you can create a new course. You can give the full name of the course. Let's say the subject I teach in MBA second sem, research methodology. It is commonly called the PRM. You can add any short name you want for the subject. That's business research methods. You can choose a parent category. You can choose anything. I currently choose MBA second sem because that's what I teach in MBA second sem. Finally, you can add a start date. Let's say today's date, and then you can choose an end date. Let's say starting, if it starts from April, it will be over by September. So you have chosen your course start date, your course end date. You can add a little bit description about the course. Research in business, management, economics. Or you can also add the syllabus. You can drop in any file here. Just keep scrolling down. These are the basics. Save and return. Once you click on save and return, we'll get back to the page where we started. See, my new course has been created. Research methodology. So, the second part of this video is done. Remember, in the first part, we had learned how to update our profile, change our username, password and other details. The second part consisted of how we add a new course in which we initially added a category. We added MBA second sem and then we added a new course, research methodology. After this part is done, the last part we are left with in the video is adding users. Users are basically our students. So we'll add users in possibly two forms. One at a time, that is one user at a time, and bulk users, okay, many students at a time. So I would take this up in the next video. Thank you very much for watching. Happy learning.